Angel Reese quit rookie year, quit and unrivaled, and quit yet again sophomore season of the WNBA.
She's ruled out with the back injury. If this is not quitting on your team, I don't know what is.
Basically on strike, that's what it looks like. It looks like she's on strike. It looks like she just won't play.
Last one, Angel Reese suspended by the Chicago Sky after making comments detrimental to the team.
Reese didn't just say she was unhappy with the team's losing record. She called out her teammates by name.
2 minutes ago, Angel Reese once again walks away, this time leaving Chicago Sky stunned. But Sophie Cunningham's brutal words expose the truth: you don't fake injuries and throw teammates under the bus without consequences.
And I think one of my biggest things is I'm a very team first person. Like I always put the team before my feelings. And I think that should be a standard. And so you got to protect your locker room.
Angel Reese quit rookie year, quit in unrivaled, and quit yet again sophomore season of the WNBA. She is officially over the Chicago Sky, and this situationship is over with no repairing. She even sat out the second half of the game with a fake back injury, proving she had no intention of fighting for the team anymore.
I'm just going to quit on this team instead. Angel Reese quit rookie year, quit and unrivaled, and quit yet again sophomore season of the WNBA. She is officially over the Chicago Sky. This relationship, there is no mending. There is no repairing. This situationship, because that's all this is, this situationship is over.
All of a sudden, she's ruled out with a back injury, even after warming up with no brace and looking fine. Head coach Tyler Marsh had just confirmed she was good to go, yet Angel Reese pulled out, leaving everyone shocked. If this isn't quitting on your team, then what else could it be?
Looking fine. We just saw the head coach get on camera. Tyler Marsh, the head coach, got on camera and said everything was good with Angel Reese. It's business as usual. She is good to go today. Then all of a sudden, she's ruled out with the back injury. If this is not quitting on your team, I don't know what is. I don't know how many times we're supposed to watch her quit.
It looks like she's on strike and simply refusing to play. She went through shoot-arounds as if ready, but then backed out at the last moment, claiming back pain. Every time the Sky expected her to play, Angel Reese found a way to avoid stepping on the court, creating more doubts about her injury excuses.
I'm not gonna, again, I think saying faking an injury is very accusatory, but to say that Angel Reese couldn't play through this and she's basically on strike, that's what it looks like. It looks like she's on strike. It looks like she just won't play. Make no mistake about it, whatever team she's going to is going to improve tremendously.
A WNBA All-Star legend didn't hold back and called Angel Reese a quitter, saying she is basically the new version of a player who gave up on their team. Even her own comments targeting teammates like Courtney Vandersloot caused backlash and exposed her lack of leadership. Instead of patience, she chose to run away from Chicago.
A WNBA All-Star legend opens up about Angel Reese. Let it be known, she's a quitter. That's what she is. She's DeWanna Bonner. She's DeWanna Bonner 2.0. Angel Reese is DeWanna Bonner 2.0. Now, we finna react to this whole thing, man, because Angel McCautry opens up about this. Let's
to catch. Here it is. So an article came out in the Chicago Tribune quoting Angel Reese and her frustrations with the Sky organization.
Sophie Cunningham made it clear that some things should never be said publicly, pointing at Reese's decision to call out her teammates. She explained that protecting the locker room comes first, and Reese broke that trust. This behavior, paired with her refusal to play, is exactly why Sophie and others see her actions as humiliating.
Everyone is feeling those emotions. And when I say everyone, like, it's not just her. Like, I'm sure her teammates feel it, her coaches feel it, the organization, the fans, like literally everyone feels that. And there's some things that there's just some things that you just can't say. And I think one of my biggest things is I'm a very team first person. Like I always put the team before my feelings. And I think that should be a standard. And so you got to protect your locker room.
Angel Reese suspended by the Chicago Sky after making comments detrimental to the team. It's just a lot of drama. She said, "We have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me, which is why the team gave her the little tough love.
Last one, Angel Reese suspended by the Chicago Sky after making comments detrimental to the team, which I thought, didn't she get suspended because she had 8 texts and that's a league suspension? And so now she's suspended again? I don't know. It's just a lot of drama. But she said, and not a great quote, we have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me, which is why the team gave her the little tough love. I'll let you go first here. Not great.
Reese didn't just say she was unhappy with the team's losing record. She called out her teammates by name. She got on camera and took a direct shot at Courtney Vanderloot, a WNBA champion and 5-time All-Star recovering from a torn ACL. Who does that? Disrespectful to a legend and a current teammate.
Angel Reese, I'ma still call her a rookie even though this is her sophomore season into the WNBA, decided she had enough. But instead of keeping the frustration in the locker room, she took it public. Reese didn't just say she was unhappy with the team's losing record. She called out her teammates by name. She got on camera and took a direct shot at Courtney Vandersloot, a WNBA champion and 5-time All-Star recovering from a torn ACL.
She's basically quit on the team. She's done. I don't think we see her playing for the Sky again. And now you're hearing every single WNBA player, legends coming out, in Sophie Cunningham as well, weighing in on this mess.
The people online, the people, it seems like in her circle, and she's basically quit on the team. She's done. Don't think we see her playing for the Sky again. But you're now hearing WNBA players, WNBA legends coming out. And obviously Sophie Cunningham will talk about as well. But we're going to talk about Angel McCoughtry first.
An article came out in the Chicago Tribune quoting Angel Reese and her frustrations with the Sky organization. She said, "We have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's non-negotiable for me." Then she went on to name names, like Courtney Vanderloot, saying they can't rely on her to come back at her age.
So an article came out in the Chicago Tribune quoting Angel Reese and her frustrations with the Sky organization. "I'm not settling for the same we did last year. We have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's non-negotiable for me." And she went on to name names. Oh, here it is. She named players specifically like Courtney Vandersloot. "We can't rely on Courtney to come back at the age she's at. I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that." All right, child. So it didn't end there. Teammates started to come out responding.
Reese's words have caused real division inside the locker room. Teammates feel disrespected, and Sophie Cunningham emphasized you cannot say everything you feel publicly. That's not leadership, and it humiliates both the player and the entire Chicago Sky team.
Angel Reese, it seems that she said, F it, I'm done. I'm done with the Chicago Sky. I made a video yesterday afternoon. She had removed Chi-Town Barbie from her Instagram. Hell, Tyler Marsh thought she was going to play last night. Hey, evidently she even went through the shoot around. He made comments about her playing. And then, all of a sudden, that bad back showed up.
Angel Reese directly called out Courtney Vandersloot by name, saying the team couldn't rely on her at her age. This public statement sparked strong reactions from teammates and even Vandersloot's wife, who posted a list of accolades online as a reminder. The locker room tensions immediately grew worse after these comments.
Here it is. She named players specifically like Courtney Vandersloot. "We can't rely on Courtney to come back at the age she's at. I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that." All right, child. So it didn't end there. Teammates started to come out responding.
Who would want her as a teammate after suspensions and constant drama? The transcript explains how Reese got benched for attitude issues and then proved management right by ghosting her own team. Her behavior was described as something that doesn't belong in professional basketball anymore.
Who would want her as a teammate? She got suspended at LSU for similar issues. Nothing but locker room issues in the W. She and the media have built her up to be something better than eye test says she is. Damn. So she gets benched for attitude and proves them right by ghosting her own team. Girl, this ain't college anymore. Unfortunately, what she said about the organization and her teammates now quitting on the team will mark a downward spiral in her WNBA career from this point forward.
She was suspended for half a game, not for speaking out, but because she implied her teammates stunk and threw the veteran leader under the bus. Players were offended, and the punishment showed that even inside the team, support for Reese had started to collapse. This only deepened the divide in the locker room.
Realistically, this is the one thing I just don't get. It's like, as she should, they suspended for half a game, she spoke and wanted the team to get better. No. She got suspended half the game. She didn't get suspended half the game for speaking out. She got suspended half the game for saying that, for implying her teammates stunk and throwing the veteran leader of the team under the bus.
Reese was accused of quitting once she realized she had no chance at Rookie of the Year, then disrespecting the team again by claiming back pain. Each time she walked away, she left teammates frustrated and embarrassed. It was seen as outright betrayal inside Chicago's locker room.
It's a wrap. She's done with the organization. She disrespected and quit on her teammates, and I don't even think her teammates want nothing to do with her. I don't think Haley Van Lith want nothing to do with her. I know Courtney Vandersloot don't want nothing to do with her. I think Ariel Atkins is done with her. She's done in Chicago. It's over. 3 straight years, Angel Reese has quit on her team. What excuse are you gonna make now?
Sophie Cunningham stressed that once you disrespect teammates in public, you can't go back into that locker room the same way. According to her, Angel Reese broke the bond with her team by publicly humiliating them. And that's the main reason she can never wear a Chicago Sky uniform again.
How do you get back in the locker room? You have broken the locker room. You've broken it. You cannot say that about your teammates publicly. Whether you feel that way or not, you cannot do that. And that part of what Sophie Cunningham said is why Angel Reese will not be putting on a Chicago Sky uniform again. That's the reason why. You keep cooking, Sophie. You cooking.
Sophie Cunningham made it clear there are just some things you can't say. She explained that protecting your locker room is everything, because once you put those words out in the media, it creates division. Sophie stressed that Angel Reese's comments weren't just frustration. They were damaging to her teammates and humiliating for the organization.
My feelings, and I think that should be a standard. You got to protect your locker room. And so you just can't be saying everything you're feeling, because that just is not a good look. And then your teammates feel a certain way, and that causes division in the locker room. So it's just protect your locker room at all costs. And I'm sure she regrets saying that.
Now, she's talking about Angel Reese, guys, but I'm telling you right now, this sounds a little bit like she's kind of referring back to the Kelsey Mitchell incident, because I'm going to play Kelsey Mitchell here in a hot second, too, exactly what she said.
Reese broke one of the cardinal rules of sports. You never air out your team's dirty laundry in public. She ignored that, blasting her teammates and disrespecting coaches. Instead of keeping it in the locker room, she chose to embarrass her own squad. And that's exactly why Sophie Cunningham and others are calling her unprofessional.
Be careful when you hear anonymous, because if they don't want to put a name or face on it, it's bullcrap, all right? Own it or don't say it, Angel Reese. And even if it's true that she needs to be traded, that doesn't erase what Angel Reese did. She threw her teammates under the bus and disrespected her coach. And then there's Sophie Cunningham speaking the facts as always, baby. I miss her in Indiana.
If you're meant to be the leader of the team, you can't just talk like it, you have to act like it. Sophie Cunningham pointed out that there's no excuse for dragging down teammates in public. Angel Reese wanted to be seen as the leader of the Sky, but Sophie's words made it clear that her actions showed the opposite.
It's dumb blaming player that is lesser teammates. But if you are meant to be the leader of this team, if you're talking like you're the leader of this team, you're out here talking it up like you're the leader of this team, and there's no effort, that's on you. A lot of the flaws with the Sky, if you believe you're the leader of this team, and she 100% believes she's the leader of that team, then some of it's on you. Yes, some of it's on the coaching staff. Yes, a lot of it's on the other players. Yes, it's only a small percentage on you. But if effort isn't happening and you're meant to be the leader.
Ariel Atkins, who once defended Angel Reese during tough times, later said ownership had the full support of the team when they punished her. That shift showed how Reese lost credibility even within her own locker room. Sophie's criticism highlighted how humiliating it is when your own teammates stop protecting you.
They have full support from our team, and this is in response to Angel's punishment. So full support for the punishment ownership gave Angel. Mind you, this is coming from Ariel Atkins, the one who, when it was like peak hate on Angel Reese season at the top of the season where she started out poorly, self-admittedly, it was like a bad start for her. Literally national pundits coming in to throw tomatoes. And Ariel Atkins on the podium publicly stepped up and had her back. And now you're seeing her here saying ownership has the support of our team. All right, that's everything, Angel. You're caught up. Oh my gosh. What is your reaction?
Players and analysts stressed that Angel Reese wasn't just suspended for technicals. Her own words hurt the Chicago Sky. Sophie Cunningham echoed that it's not about stats or talent, but about character. By speaking out the way she did, Reese embarrassed herself and her franchise, proving Sophie's point that leadership means accountability.
The expectation is for Reese to play tonight. And then Underdog WNBA dropped the Angel Reese back, ruled out Tuesday. She has officially tapped the bleep out on this squad. I say it's a wrap. Question is, what teams are going to want her? I mean, honestly, I do think there's a world where she might end up in Dallas.
Sophie Cunningham explained that frustrations are normal in a losing season, but you cannot say everything out loud. She reminded that these conversations belong behind closed doors, not in the media. Her sharp words indirectly humiliated Angel Reese, showing why the suspension was a necessary response.
You can have those conversations behind closed doors, but to say it in media, is kind of brutal.
Yeah, and I guess this is fine or fined, but she got suspended, so they kind of answered it.
I mean, if anyone does that, you should get fined. So,
yeah. Damn.
Should I get fined for hyping my teammates up and talking about other players around the league of them getting fouled? But
commentators asked the key question: how do you go back in that locker room after breaking trust? Angel Reese's words created a toxic atmosphere for the Sky. Sophie Cunningham's criticism exposed just how humiliating it was for a player to divide her own team in public.
You're operating in an action. You're operating in the same actions as our opponents. You're operating just like our opponents, who want us to be divided, who want us to be scrambling and scraping and not knowing that we don't have no offensive rhythm, no defensive rhythm, arguing and crashing out in the locker room. We giving them what they want, and to say it publicly like that, this wasn't just quitting on the team. This was breaking the code, man.
Angel Reese is not just asking for a trade. She's burning the whole situation down. Refusing to play and isolating herself only adds to the chaos. Sophie Cunningham's comments highlighted how Reese isn't protecting her locker room, but instead running away from it, a humiliating look for any athlete.
Ironically, there is no division in that Chicago Sky locker room. They're all against Angel Reese, it seems. Cardoso is the only person she seems to have spoken to since she made those comments. But at the end of the day, what's the point in protecting a locker room if you don't want to be in that locker room anymore? Whether that be everybody getting traded or you getting traded. There's no point protecting a locker room if you don't want to be there anymore. And that's the thing when it comes to Angel Reese, is she is torpedoing, she is burning down. She's not just leaving Chicago Sky. She's not.
Angel McCautry, another respected star, told Reese to be patient and reminded her that every legend has gone through losing seasons. She explained that teammates are struggling too, without million-dollar deals or endorsements. Sophie Cunningham's stance added weight, showing that Angel's behavior only embarrassed her in front of veterans and peers.
There was a young team called Las Vegas Aces, back in the fives. There's this young kid called Asia Wilson. She's crying because they did not make the playoffs. We have a good team, we're making the playoffs. I said to her, be patient. It's coming. Is the rest history? Mm-hmm. So we all have to go through those steps sometimes. But here's the main thing. You're not the only one having a bad season. Your teammates are having a bad season too. But here's the difference. Is your teammates, they don't have $1 million deals, endorsement deals. They don't have Shaq advocating for them.
Whoa! Cunningham's message was clear. Leaders don't humiliate teammates. They take responsibility. Angel Reese wanted to be seen as the face of the Sky, but instead, her words and actions humiliated her franchise. By reinforcing this, Sophie Cunningham exposed how Reese's leadership image was fake.
We all know this is not the way it should have been done. She should have went to leadership after the season and said, what is the plan for making the Chicago Sky better? No teammate or insinuation of a teammate should have ever been made public.
She gets benched for attitude and proves them right by ghosting her own team. Girl, this ain't college anymore. Every time she was supposed to play, it was, my back hurts, my back hurts. Fans know she just doesn't want to suit up. Angel Reese is not putting on a Chicago Sky uniform ever again. It's over. She already removed the Chi-Town Barbie from her. You're not the only one having a bad season. Your teammates are too. A leader should lift them up, not abandon them.
So she gets benched for attitude and proves them right by ghosting her own team. Girl, this ain't college anymore.
Didn't even like tie up her hair, and then at halftime, no, my back hurts. My back hurts.
She refused. Angel Reese is not putting on a Chicago Sky uniform ever again. It's over. It's over. She already removed the Sky Barbie, the Chi-Town Barbie out of her bio. She's done with Chicago.
You're not the only one having a bad season. Your teammates are having a bad season too.
So basically, she's telling her this is a part of the process.
To say it in the media is brutal. That's why Sophie Cunningham made it clear you just can't do that. If you think Angel Reese can recover from this humiliation, let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more updates.